What is up? When it's team, I am back where I belong, and my goodness, I've just walked out to board the plane, and I see the most handsome man there in his uniform in the cockpit. Long live the Patriachy. What is up, winning team? So we are here. I am through security at the airport. Can I just say, that was so annoying. That whole everything that just happened, whatever the heck just happened, because we go through, right? We go through. This is why I love just being out amongst people, because it's like being in a wilderness with lots of random things going on, right? So we took forever to check in, so for me to get my baggage and everything. It took us for literally ever, because apparently there's some issue on the system, and they're doing this dumb thing, right? Because you can verify your passport on the app now, right? They're doing this really dumb thing where for you to be able to today, because it wasn't working, they were forcing all the workers to I'm so flustered, by the way, guys. I need to take a serious breather. But I will do afterwards, so that you guys can see the the glow up. Anyway, so yeah, they were telling the people that that work at the check-in desk that they have to get us to prove that we attempted to do it on our phones, but it didn't work. What a waste of everybody's time when we are literally in an airport. You know what I'm saying? We're in an airport. So no, this is not the time to be doing that. It really isn't. So that took way longer, and I thought maybe I've come to check in too early. Thank the Lord that I flow in the spirit, and it's crazy because when I was leaving, that's what I'm saying about how everything happens on beat, it feels like. When I was leaving, I had the option to either make my way to the airport immediately or wait another hour, and I was thinking I might just give it another hour because I don't need to rush too much, whatever. But something inside was just leave. So that whole extra hour it would have taken me, and then imagine me coming at the back of one of these queues, and then, oh my gosh, it wouldn't have been worth it. So yeah, we finally got through, and the best part, right, this is why I had to tell you guys immediately before I forget. Behind me was stood a black lady, yeah, with her partner, right? And the guy that was in front of me, when he got to the desk, he took out his laptop, and then she was she just said out loud, why is he taking out his laptop? He's on Insta, he's on TikTok. So she's it was so funny, and I immediately burst into laughter, because obviously I was thinking the exact same thing. Why is he taking out his laptop? And I was also trying to see what was on the laptop. Just like I was trying to read her flight information on her phone. We ended up telling each other anyway. We ended up having a lovely chat. But yeah, so then she said that, and it was the way she was roasting him. And she was like, you have earphones on, you're not supposed to hear this. You're not supposed to hear this. And I was just we were just laughing, because I was getting so annoyed in the queue as well, just observing how disorganized the adult population actually is in these types of scenarios. You can tell, because I was even thinking before she said that, in my head I was thinking, do people not realize there are so many good how-to videos on online? You know what I mean? If you don't know how to do things in an airport or whatever, 10 things you should know about this, 10 things you should know about that. This is why I low-key feel like it was a genius thing that I've grown up in a generation that's socially, what do you call it? Chronically online, because I be checking these things. As I was coming to wherever I'm coming to, I was on the Lego. I did say, okay, we're going to come back because I need to go and freshen up, because the hell is all this. But I'm not going to go to one of these here. Anyway, oh, that's a cute dress. Anyway, so are we coming back to the Lego store? So yeah, so I was already getting annoyed about it. I was just thinking how ridiculous all of this is, and how ridiculous the adult population is. Do we not use our brains? Because I was thinking everybody's actually so lazy and just such followers, because you can actually look up a lot of stuff, a lot of information for free, because I didn't grow up with all this stuff in my generation, and a lot of my generation hasn't. We just use what was in our hands, which is exactly the thing I'm using right now. and we just didn't make excuses. So it's like when people say, I don't really know how to use this, I don't really know how to do it. No one did. None of us. Like, you know, like how you like to say it's our first time at life. Yeah, well, it's our first time with technology, just like yours. We're just a bit more humble, I feel at this point. But anyway, so then she'd had that, and we had that little interaction, and they told me where they were going. They were going to see family and whatever, and then we wished each other a safe trip and all of this. And I was just like, oh, that's so wholesome. That was just such a wholesome interaction. And then I walk off, and I've noticed that this whole group of Muslim guys have all found each other, and they all met up like this is the brotherhood of all time. And then, it just kept going and going, you know. And then I was like, I was going out, and I was obviously disheveled like I am right now. I dropped my boarding pass. I couldn't scan it after all of this, right? And I was trying really hard because, the other thing she said, I was like, right. She goes, I need some water, a sandwich, and a cigarette. I was like, you lady are a mood. She's such a mood. So I was thinking the same thing again, because I'm like, I've already got a sandwich and water in my bag. I just need to get out. There's the brotherhood, not the brotherhood. I just need to get through. See, and that was the other thing that was bothering me. I was like, you see, how come when Muslim people fight each other, they just can come together and they're all now sitting together having food? Crazy work. But anywho, so yeah, when she said that, I was like, that's such a mood, because that's exactly what I was also thinking. Like, I just want to get and eat this freaking sandwich, for goodness sake. So, or wrap rather, which I'm so thankful actually to the person that gave it to me, because I wasn't even sure if I was gonna take it. But anyway, so yeah, so that happened, and then we got through, and then the guy at security made me laugh as well, because my shoes. He was like, is the horse outside as well? This old dude. And it was while I was going through security, because I was thinking, oh no, this is going to be so annoying going through security, because they're going to stop me, whatever. Because, I'm the kind of person where, I don't know, accidentally something, I don't know, And so the fact that he was actually just teasing me about my boots, I was like, low-key, that's so funny. And yeah, so now here we are. So I'm going to go and I'm going to freshen up and actually make myself look like something to look at. And then I'll check in with you guys probably in a different mood. But yeah, the Chronicles have begun, and I don't know if at this point I've said where we're going. Editing me. If I haven't said, cut this out. What is up, winning team? So the girl has finally got to sit down. I've ordered myself a whole pint of orange juice with ice, and I'm at Wetherspoons. I need to start thinking about the little pics for the thumbnail, right? And listen, I've lucked out. I wouldn't use that word. I've been blessed, like I said, shouts out to the Patriarchy. Why do I feel like that's going to be the whole theme of this whole... Anyway. So I'm at Wetherspoons, which I thought, you guys, I would take the time to share my thoughts, because I am a lover of Wetherspoons. When I tell you guys, I love it here. And one of the main reasons I love it is because I order to my table through the mobile app, which they were doing that long before other people were. And also, because it's a chill vibe, like they're not the type of place that tries to kick you out, because it's just like essentially a pub chain type restaurant. So they don't kick you out. So you can say, order yourself an orange juice. I'm going to have me orange juice while I scope through the menu. And I've literally found the spot of dreams, because I don't normally walk all the way into this Wetherspoons, but I was like, screw it. I'm walking in. I want to see. I want to investigate. And I didn't know it's like 2 floors, and it goes all the way around, and it is beautiful. That's what I love about Wetherspoons, is the different Wetherspoons. They all have their own little character. So I'm going to tell you about this one in this video. And so I've walked all the way up here, and I found a spot in a booth with a charger with the aeroplanes in front of me. I'm living the dream. So yes, while that comes, I'm going to talk about the menu with you guys a little bit, because I just thought it'd be fun. I am considering doing my makeup now as well, that I'm finally not burning heat, and choose what I'm going to order. I don't know if I'm going to order anything. But yeah, so this one's called The Windmill, Stansted Airport, and the original Wetherspoon pub of this name opened in this terminal in 2003. By the way, funnily enough, I discovered that the name of Weatherspoons, I'll edit this properly, right? But the guy, they're all called after JD Weatherspoons, right? And they all have their own name. Here's another story in the world of winning, right? So the guy who started the Weatherspoons chain, right? The reason he called it JD Weatherspoon, I believe, was after a teacher. I'm going to double check and then I'll get back to you guys in the editing. But a teacher that told him, I think something like he'll never amount to anything. And so he thought once he had this idea and he started it up, kind of as like a screw you to the person, he decided to name the entire chain after this person. And I just think, what a W, like what a W. W's in the chat. So when I heard that about him, I was like, no wonder I love how this chain operates. And also you can come here, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can come here for just food. You can come here for drinks. You can come here to have small plates. You can come here to have a meal. Guys, I'm going to tell you about Weatherspoons because I hate that no one ever asks to go to Weatherspoons. I'm like, it's the perfect place to go and talk because you can just go and talk, eat for as long as you want if you even want to eat, or you can just, like I'm doing right now, having orange juice on ice. Like a whole pint of it in a pint glass. That's the other thing. I think that's so iconic, like that you can have an orange juice in a pint glass. It's just like, you know, like how in the world there's things that people don't do because they're such a stickler for the rules, right? Like, oh, we can't use this. This is a very British thing as well. We can't use this cutlery for this and this glass for this, but you can't have this. Look at that. Watching the airplanes. Eek. Shout out to the Patriachy. Building these things as well. Anywho, you know, people are such a stickler for the rules that, like, sometimes it's just like live. Because I always used to think orange juice at breakfast in the normal glasses is not enough orange juice because I need a whole pint of orange juice because I need to rejuvenate. So yeah, so here for this. Anywho. So we have the menu, right? I'm going to try to remember to actually like show you guys a picture of it and all of that afterwards. Actually, I should be able to remember to do that if I decide to order something. But anyway, and so within the menu, you see here, right? Now, I have a few bones to pick. Bone to pick number one is that you used to be able to get 3 for 10 of their small plates, 3 for £10, right? And they are now they don't even have that deal at all. Now they're all these. Hello. Perfect, thank you.
Enjoy.
I made it. I knew I was going to need this whole thing. My pint of orange juice. And there's even an orange slice in there. They even have an option to have orange juice and lemonade. I knew I was getting something citrus. As a mix, you can also do that as a large mix. Oh my days. You know, like when it's like, I feel like this is how people feel with coffee, but I guess for me, I just had enough energy as it is. Where you like consume something and then you feel it like run through your bloodstream. This is the one right now, and I know I'm going to need this. Now, here we go. So, the small plates, bowl of chips with curry sauce. Very British thing. Ooh, they've got airport exclusive. Okay, now you got me. Airport exclusives. Now I'm going to have to order something because what do you mean airport exclusive? Oh, hell yeah. So, ultimate cheesy chips, fully loaded chips. I have to say, the Weatherspoons chips, in my opinion, are so good. Like, because they're like, this place isn't like it's not like a nice restaurant, but it's like, it's good enough to do the job. Like, and there's so many pros that the pros of, I feel like eating here versus maybe the quality at other places, here is way better. That's why I'm like, why does no one ever want to chill at Weatherspoons? Why is it something that you only do at uni? You know what I mean? There's only 2 people you tend to see always at Weatherspoons. The old people throughout the day drinking from the morning. So I'll go in for like breakfast and there'll be people who are already doing pints at the freaking on the bar, or uni students. Sorry, I want to actually look at you guys. Yeah, so that's what it's good for. Oh my gosh. I'm getting an airport exclusive. I don't care. Salads and pastas. What kind of paninis? Cheddar and tomato, Wiltshire ham and cheddar, southern fried chicken, chicken and maple cured bacon. Now I'm talking about salad, sorry. Mediterranean vegetable salad. Oh, the Mediterranean. We were like on the Mediterranean salad kick in Italy with my friend because she was like, all I eat is Mediterranean salad. I was like, really? Oh my gosh, I eat salad like... so we eat the same. We eat the same, basically. And so we were having a whale of a time. And the last night there, she was like, hey girl, I don't really want to make a big thing, but I'll make a Mediterranean salad. I'm like, that nothing sounds better right now than a Mediterranean salad. Are you freaking kidding me? Let's have a Mediterranean salad while we live in the blessings of what we have as a result of Jesus, who was likely Mediterranean. Yeah. So anyway, there's gourmet burgers. Oh, I'll tell you which burger you guys need to get. Right, the burger you need to get. You see, if I wasn't so busy picking up the slack, I would be able to make such fun videos. But anyway, you guys have to, at Christmas, they have this brie burger and they put a whole brie in it. And it's got cranberry sauce and oh, it is so good. I'm not even a burger girly, guys. I'm not a burger girly. I'm not a bready girly, but the brie burger at Christmas here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. So there's that. And then we've got the American cheese stack. Isn't this funny? I'm here doing this, waiting for my flight. All I got to wait is for the gate, which I'm going to get a notification anyways because it's 2025, so I don't even have to go and stand at the thing. That's why I'm just chilling, charging my phone, about to do my makeup, talking to the winning team. If this isn't winning, I don't know what is. So yeah, all these different burgers and pizzas, which I've never tried a pizza here. I'd be curious. I'd have to try it out of curiosity. That's it. That's why I want excuses to go to Wetherspoons because like we can talk and then I can make my way through the menu. Win-win. Anyway, sorry, the guy behind talking to the lady, he just said, anyway, like how I'm saying it to you guys, and I just love it in here. This is what I'm saying, it's chill, people are chilling, and I find it really entirely ironic that I'm looking around at a bunch of adults who are all on their phones, meanwhile I'm talking to my phone, so one of us is using it to actually build things going forward, and the rest of us are just turning into drones. But anywho, so... Yep, then they got world flavors, ramen noodle bowl. Again, would have to try that for the sake of the plot. But I've tried a couple of their curries. They're not good. Let's be honest. Oh, they do have an all-day brunch. 2 Lincolnshire sausages, bacon, 2 fried eggs. The breakfast here is actually worth it. Like for what it is. Again, for what it is. Everything I'm saying, guys. Don't stop sticking Wetherspoons on your list, expecting you coming for the culinary experience of a lifetime. Okay. This is where you want to go if you just want to have a chill time, because you can also play games in here. A lot of them, they have game boards, so you can sit and play games. I'm like, guys, we are losing out by not chilling. Like, we are literally losing out by not just, like, coming and just so much fun. Anyway, yep, so they've got the boneless basket, chicken bite basket, southern fried chicken strips. I've always found it strange that the wings you can get in the small plates, considering it's a large portion, you can't get alone as a meal. But anyway... Then they've got all their sides, bowl of chips, side salad, Mediterranean salad. Okay, so I see how we're doing. Oh, tender stem broccoli and peas. I love me a green vegetable. I eat green. I have all, do you know I was laughing? I buy all green vegetables. All the chips, I'm going to have to get some. They're too good. Those look too good. And then the breakfast. How much are the breakfast? Because this is going to upset me. The small breakfast used to be like a £5. Why is it £9.60? Mate, you're having me on. I want to hear from the Americans out there. This is what they're claiming is an American breakfast. Do we agree in consensus, or is this just not good enough? Sorry, I'm laughing at these names. So we've got an American breakfast, which is 2 fried eggs, 2 hash browns, maple cured bacon, 2 Lincoln sausages, 4 pancakes, maple flavour syrup for £14.50, which, hello, the whole point of an English breakfast is not supposed to be expensive, because if it's going to be that expensive, then it's going to have to be better than what it is for what it is. That's the whole point. Like, this is what I'm saying. People are shooting themselves in the foot in this life, because that doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. And a lot of places are like that now these days, where it's like you're increasing your prices, but you've overestimated your market value. This is something I often think talking to guys, because I've heard them say it. And like when you have these older guys, yeah, especially, I have just way too much fun doing this stuff. And I'll intentionally suggest to go out. If they're like, what do you want to do for a day? I'll intentionally suggest a hike, right? So that we can go, and I'll intentionally walk fast to see if they can keep up. You know what I mean? I'm testing out their what do you call it? Stamina. So it's so funny when I see them then after the fact, like looking at me as if like I would be dumb not to be with them, when I'm like, dude, first of all, you're older anyway, so overestimated your market value. Second of all, you can't keep up, so why would I go older for somebody that can't keep up? That's boring. I'm young, I'm vibrant, and I have stamina, and I do you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way. But anyway, yeah, so we're overestimating our market value a little bit here. Nevertheless, we got baked beans on toast, you know. I'd also like to just take this moment while we're all in Wetherspoons. You know what? Let me actually order food, and then I'm going to go to what I was saying about ordering food. What was I going to say? British food. I was going to make a comment about British food. So, I'll see you guys. Why do I do this? It actually cringes me out. Doodles. What is up, winning team? We are back, and I've also acquired yet another pint of orange juice. And guys, I literally haven't finished the last one. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna be drunk on OJ. But anyways, low key. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, hello everyone, we're back, and had to. Anyway. So, I don't remember if I said this yet, but I did indeed order. I wanted to talk to you guys about British food, okay? This is going to be its own whole vlog at this point. But do you know what this is good about? This. I can edit this on the plane, this whole video, so it can be done and dusted once I get off. Because anyway. So, I decided to order the ultimate cheesy chips. Literally. Are you telling me that I didn't realize the ultimate nachos were an airport exclusive? I would have rather eaten that. What is wrong with me? I'm too busy talking to you guys, but it's okay. It is what it is. It's fine. I wanted to make a few notes about food in the UK. Well, first of all, I want to talk about how absolutely freaking ridiculous it is that I just paid £6.30 in total for 2 orange juices, but it's the airport, and in the airport we treat ourselves. I never go to the freaking Wetherspoons or anywhere. I never really even eat out because I just don't see the point, and honestly I prefer my own cooking. So, and I'd rather spend the money on ingredients. But anywho, so, and again, the experience. Do you know what I'm actually realizing in this video, and the more I'm talking to you guys about things and saying things out loud, that I'm really not in favor of all of the glitz and glam of it all. Like, I'm not. I don't enjoy going out to dinner. In fact, even when it comes to dating, dinner is my least choice. It's my least choice because it's just so, like, everybody's just so much pressure, and then you're like staring at someone's face the whole time. And then, I hate it. And then there's all these random etiquettes that came from God knows where and God knows who. Yeah, miss me with that, please. Let's go for a hike. Let's go to the arcade. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Let's do something fun and active. I want to say fun and factive is crazy. Fun and active. You know? Anyway, so yeah. I wanted to just make a comment quickly to say that, what was I going to say? Yeah, the thing about British food, is that the meals, the food that they make here, and I'm going to be the one to say it, okay? I'm a black woman, okay? So I just like to let that to be known before I'm about to say people think sounds crazy. The thing is, it really is about who makes it. And the problem with the Brits, is that they haven't realized that because the standards are so low and they used to... Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Because their standards are in the bin, I could not eat this much food. This is just way too much food. But this is what we do when in Wetherspoons. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that they have like every sauce that you can imagine on the table. Anyway, I don't know how I'm going to show you guys this. Let me take a photo. I'm going to take a photo. Okie dokies, here is the food. Look, not me on the beige freaking diet. Not me on the beige diet. Okay, so let's do a taste test together, shall we? I'm gonna need to chop these up. And can I just also state, what the heck is this? Anyone? What do we... This planet just does not fail to disappoint, does it? Let's do a taste test. So this is a cheese sauce, by the way. This is either gonna bang or it's gonna be trash. Let's give it a go. The chips. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that is so good. The chips. Guys. Isn't it a crazy world we live in when there's me, a black woman, eating beige and Wetherspoons? What kind of world are we living in? What kind of universe? So anyway, I don't want to eat and talk at the same time. So I think I'll eat and then I'll come back because I can't decide. And I also kind of don't want to get into the habit of eating on camera. I also think it's really awkward to have somebody watching you eat. Although having said that, I love watching people eat. But not like the weird mukbangs. I mean people in real life. Anyway, toodaloo. Okay, hello everybody. So I've barely eaten any of the food. I'm going to show you guys how much I have left so you can understand how small my appetite is, because I haven't even eaten. It's actually 6:45 right now. I haven't eaten anything and I've just eaten like 3 like adult-sized bites and I'm just stuffed. It's another one of those things I don't get about society, by the way. I don't understand how people are consuming so much food and also what for, because it's like we're not going out and using our bodies. Like we're sitting doing nothing, doing diddly squat, twiddling our fingers in these jobs. So I don't understand why we're justifying needing to eat all this food as humans in this day and age, and we ain't even using the calories for anything important. But anyway, so yeah, and this meal is ridiculous, by the way. 1,224 kcal. It's an unreasonable amount of calories to be eating in one meal, and for what? But then again, you're out, and that's what you do when you're out. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So hot. It's the food. You see why? That's why why is my body temperature shot through the roof? Oh my goodness. Oh. Anyway, so what was I saying? And it's ironic because, anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so the thing about British food, yeah, and this is the truth, it has to be done properly for it to be good. And the things that they do well, they do them good. But you have to, and that's why when people just try things in the world and you just go anywhere which way, and I mean, this is true of everywhere, of anywhere which way, then of course it's not going to be good. And the meals themselves, the concept is to be simple. For me, I feel like sometimes when it comes to all this food related stuff around the world, there's just a lot of pride in the room. Again, I'd just like to go ahead and point out, this is really the theme of all of this, isn't it? This is just, ain't it just? Everything would have looks like the same. There's just a lot of pride in the room. That's the problem. And the problem with that is that I feel like I've tasted people's food. I've tasted so-called especially good meals. And sometimes I feel like we're doing more to try and coddle people's fragile little egos than we are to actually eat good food. Because, like, for example, you know how, people kind of make fun of this country for having to season your food, like adding salt and pepper or all these sauces and stuff. I actually like that because it means that people can tailor their meal. I think meals should be able to be tailored to the person because everybody has a different palate. We're all different people. So I'm not offended if I always offer people if they want salt, pepper, can I get this for you? Can I get that? You know what I mean? Or even make suggestions of how I think you can combine the food if you like, whatever. And I love studying people's palates and discovering how different everybody likes to eat. I think that's so cool. And that's why I love to cook. I just don't really love to eat, which is ironic. And so it's like, are we all just lying to everyone? Like, because somebody says, oh, I love, that's why I don't like to say that I like to cook, because I feel like people are then going to lie to me to try and like make sure that I feel good about cooking and knowing how to cook. And I want to know the truth because I want to get better, because I want to win in life. So I want all the critique. If it was up to me, after every meal, I would give people a whole feedback form. I give people a whole feedback form to let me know what they think. So, anywho, just that I would say that some of the things that they do actually do it well. And also for a lot of us around the world, and this is the humbling thing, like especially being a black person, it's like, no offense, but like everything we talk about kind of remind, like I don't need to be feeling sorry about any type of slavery and all of this stuff. You know why? We need to move on at this point. We really need to move on and stop using it as a crutch, because the undertones of a lot of the meals around the world, can I be so freaking for real right now? So freaking for real. Why were we using certain pieces of the animals, and why is it weird for people in places like England to eat things like oxtail, for example? Because they was having the steaks. We was making the mistake of not understanding that what we were in, and so we take pride in our meals and how we eat this and we eat that. Yeah, we ate them because they were struggle meals. Because after they took the food that they had, they gave us what was left over of the animal. And that's where I also think that for those of you around the world or in the Western world who are who turn your nose up at some of these foods, your past is showing a little bit. Can you guys see that? Like, I really don't think people are thinking, because these are the things I be thinking in situations. And I realized as well, I get too hot when I start thinking. I feel like, the reason why I'm always hot, is because I'm actually burning calories. You can burn calories by thinking. You can burn calories. Crazy, just like you burn calories breastfeeding, which thank the Lord, because we need help getting back after having babies. I am not looking forward to having to deal with my body after having a baby. Oh no, that is one of the very horrors. But anyway, so you guys get the gist of what I'm saying here. I just think this is what I'm saying. A lot of things, they just don't make sense to me. And I try to be nice to be around by just sitting there and smiling and giggling like Bonnie Blue. And because in my head, there's actually a lot going on. More than what I think people realize, and more than what I think is going on in other people's heads. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can eat any more of this. I honestly feel sick. Like, food doesn't make me feel good at all, ever. Like, not even the meals that I like. No, not really. I feel heavier, and I feel like, and I've barely eaten anything. Anyway, I got to go and cool down, and so does my phone. And again, the irony. How did I get this phone? Because a man bought it. Did I ask him? No, I did not. But he decided to do it anyway. And the funny part about that is that when I'm hearing women these days, talking about going to all these lengths, this is why I can't be bothered. I don't need to burn my kcals to ask these guys for these things, because I'm like, whoa, we were asking, because I ain't had to ask anyway. So that's why you don't catch me even asking for things, or being entitled, because it's like, it's a waste of effort. I don't need to. We needed to. Oh, my bad. And I would just like to add, and I indeed did not sleep with him either. So it's like, who's really winning here? Who's really winning? And who's really dominating the game? It is I. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to go cool down, watch some planes. Also, they're probably going to announce the gate soon because the flight is going to leave soon. So anyway, this is another reason I don't go out to eat, because I'm actually not going to finish the food. And if I can't take it back with me, I hate doing that. I hate wasting food. Hate it. I take all my food, no matter where it's from, I take it back home. And then I eat it. I reheat it or something. Anyways, I need to take a deep breath, get myself together, because I need to get on the flight. I hope the video is uploaded, the one I recorded when I first got here, because I would really love to just get on the plane, sit down, and then just hit upload, and then just take off into the next adventure. So anyways, guys, this does turn out to be the end of the video. If life's a game, it's played to win. God bless you all. God loves you. I love you. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye. So guys, I just finished the last clip here, but I wanted to tell you guys about this quickly. because behind me there's a lady, and the guy goes to her, "Are you okay?" Like, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not drunk. I'm Russian." And do you know that it is one of my actual dreams to share vodka with Vladimir Putin? I know there's a lot of elephants in the room about why that situation doesn't really make sense, right? But what I would give, like before all this Russia-Ukraine stuff began, Russia was number one on my list of places I wanted to visit, to travel to. So, yeah, I just thought it was funny when she said that. She was like, "Oh no, honey, I'm not drunk, I'm Russian." It's like we're built differently around the world. Different people are built differently around the world. That's one thing I've learned, especially like with traveling, when every time I've traveled, like everywhere is really different. This is why people should actually travel, because when you go other places, you start to realize, like I was saying even about the food with the Brits, I'm like, look, Brits, part of the reason your food is poor is because you're not used to having to put that much effort into it, because you're not you, the people, but the people in power. We're used to, like, certain types of ways of eating and stuff. And then the British public themselves had to really make the most of anything, which would happen across obviously the whole world. Oh, and there goes another one that's going to be me in an hour. Yeah, I need to get my skates on. I wish I could have bought my roller skates, man. Oh. So annoying that I don't have time. Anyway, so yeah, just thought I'd quickly add that because that was hilarious from her. And also, yeah, everything in life I've realized, if you're paying attention in the moment, there's something to learn. And that's why the concept that we go to school and that's like getting an education. I'm like, we should be educating ourselves constantly all the time. Do you see what I'm saying? And FYI, I'd just like to add to the story and add to the mix that this is part of the things I would be doing in my homeschooling. Okay, not sitting at some computer somewhere or trying to, do whatever kumbayas on the freaking prairie, right? But you see, how do we let young women come out dressed like that? That's so inappropriate. Really. Anyway, we're traveling. Screw doing geography in the freaking classroom. Let's get on a flight. Let's try some food. Let's meet the people. Let's go to the places and learn from the world itself. Because there's a lot when it comes to teaching and learning, I've realized. There's a lot you can just learn by being present in the moment. We don't need some governmental system of whoever bigwig idiots who put whatever together, I don't know when and I don't know how, and with credentials I don't know that came from where and if they're even reputable in my opinion. I'm just being expected to follow, right? When the world itself will teach you so much. So, and especially if you guys remember me being in Italy, it's way easier for me to learn the language just being there. And even on my way now, when I was walking towards like the duty-free area and stuff, I literally heard a mum behind me teaching her child they were speaking in Italian, and she was teaching them how to say words in English. And I was like, you see, you're walking around, you're seeing the translations, you're going to the country, you're meeting the people, you're eating the food, you're learning the history. You know what I'm saying? You even guys have learned stuff about the UK just by me being here and me sharing with you guys my thoughts about everything. You see, the world is where we can go to learn. And that's why I believe when the Bible says that, Solomon, who was the wealthiest and wisest in all the land, he was experiencing life. He says he knew about all the plants, the animals, being present in wherever you are. And stuff like that, and paying attention to things. It's like I was saying about the cats and the foxes. I was thinking to myself, looking at the foxes, chilling with the cats outside my house. I was thinking, I think your ancestors, and there's foxes here, would find you embarrassing, because ain't no way. Because I think this interaction would have gone very differently some hundreds of generations ago. But now you're just chilling there, getting fat with the freaking cats outside my door. I just can't make this stuff up. Anyways, guys, I gotta go catch a flight. So, guys, we are in. Look at that. And the Weatherspoons. And this is me going down the stairs. Look at it. This is stunning. Are you kidding me? How come no one wants to hang here? Look. Here's the view from up here. Everybody's sitting downstairs. Are you telling me this isn't a vibe? Such a vibe. And here's the upstairs. And I'm going around. There's the flames. I'm headed down. Look at this. The kitchen. Look at that, nice and warm feeling. They're watching the tennis. There we go. Hello everyone. So I've just left Weatherspoons. I love you, Weatherspoons. And I'm just waiting for the gate info. Can I tell you guys at the timing of it, also in the last clip, I don't know if I said it, but I was showing you the Sidemen vodka in there, and I'm just like, this is again what I'm saying, like, we're out here, you're like, I don't think that the parents realize yet, when you guys are talking about your children and you're telling them that they need to do this and they need to do that and whatever, the problem you guys are facing is that the people that you're telling them not to listen to are living the life you don't live. So meanwhile, you're complaining about the price of eggs and counting your last pennies in the Weatherspoons for the family, whatever. They're walking by and they're seeing all these people online who got rich through playing games have their products in these buildings. Because even I'm there. Hey! I just bumped into the lady. The black lady. Anyway, oh, love her, absolute queen. Yeah, so that's what your kids are seeing. That's the point. So it's like, the thing about us, and I honestly think that this is why most of this generation die in the wilderness, is that we are paying, like, I feel like I really am the spokeswoman for my generation. I feel like we have just been paying way more attention than you think we were. And this is the thing with kids, they're always paying more attention than you think. That's what I've realized. So, I mean, not get in the way of a hardworking man. Yeah, so that's the point anyway. And I just thought that was funny. But yeah, oh yeah, and I also wanted to tell you guys that my life, when I tell you, I didn't check the time. This is again me just testing the waters with the Lord, right? To this whole day, rather than overthinking absolutely every single detail, I decided instead, I'm just going to do everything with my intuition. I'm going to leave when it feels right, and I'm just going to keep doing that. So I left. Thank God I left when I did, when it felt right, because we had a bunch of issues once we got here. So thank God I'd gone the hour extra. And then just now I was like, okay, I'm leaving right now because it feels right. I check, just like how I got here 8 minutes, like about 20 minutes before the check-in desk, which is perfect amount of time for me to make a video, start uploading it before I checked in, or got my boarding pass. Right now, I got out 8 minutes exactly before the gate info, which gives me a few minutes to message you guys and bump into the queen of the hour, that lady from earlier, and then head straight to my gate. And I'm not stressing. I'm not putting up no alarms. I'm just vibing. So yeah, wait for the gate info. Get to the gate, get on the plane. I'm actually so tired now. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this. I can't believe I'm really living this series right now. Like earlier today, I saw in a video this morning, it had Jeffrey Epstein, his face, and talking about how basically everyone's really upset. Finally they were waking up. Took too damn long. And that people are just not letting it go. Like, they're just not letting it go. And that, like, apparently the number of searches of the word Epstein have gone up by X amount, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's about freaking time. It's about freaking time, guys. Hello. And so seeing Epstein's face, it almost felt like a dream to see this man looking like people were finally finding him guilty. And I just had this feeling on the inside of like, whoa, these are the days I actually dreamed for. These are actually the days I actually dreamed for. And isn't it crazy? Like I told you guys was going to happen for a while. And the exact same moment, everything comes crashing down. In the Kingdom of Darkness, all of us in the winning team are going to win, because that's how it works, guys. We all prepare for the season and we all pay the consequences. This is why all I do is think about consequences. Because, yeah, anyway. And the funny thing about me getting up as well is I had felt like I was getting carried away enjoying this, right? And I was like, God, I don't need humbling. I'm getting up, I'm going to stop lollygagging because I don't need to be humbled. I will humble myself first and I'll get my butt up. I won't delay. And lo and behold, it was the perfect timing. So this is what I'm saying. Consequences, guys, choices, actions, you know? So let's see if we got the gate info. I really just want to get on the plane now and just be there. I'm so tired. Anyhow, look at them. Look at them. What is up, winning team? I am back where I belong, and my goodness, I've just walked out to board the plane, and I see the most handsome man there in his uniform in the cockpit. Long live the Patriachy.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig.